I teach at Warner Girls Leadership Academy. I teach 5th, 6th, and 7th grade English language arts. And what I've noticed, especially with my 6th and 7th graders who had passed when they were younger kids, they do an outstanding job giving compliments to each other. When we do a project or somebody reads an essay, they do a great job giving positive comments to their classmates.
Hi, I'm Raquel White. I teach 1st grade at Kenneth Clement Boys Leadership Academy. And I would have to say I wear, and I left them in my car, but I wear the feeling faces, and the students are always interested to know how I'm feeling. And I think it gives them a great opportunity to increase their vocabulary. They used to just be sad, now they can be frustrated or overwhelmed or whatever the vocabulary is. So I'm excited to see them develop their vocabulary now.
Hi, my name is Vanessa Rollins, and currently I'm at Jane Addams, which is a high school. Prior to me becoming a teacher at Jane Addams, I was a PASS coach for 2 years. One of the things that I really enjoyed about PASS, and I still enjoy, are the lessons because they're scripted. And you can also integrate the lessons throughout just about everything that you do academically in the classroom, and just being able to challenge yourself to find time. Because I know sometimes we have a difficult time during the school day when we get off task and we try and get ourselves back on track. So that's some of the things that I like about PASS.
Good afternoon. My name is Michelle Hines Wilson. Last night when I went to bed, I was teaching 2nd grade. When I woke up this morning, I'm doing turtle. When I woke up this morning, I'm teaching 5th grade. But leaving all that aside, I didn't know turtle when I was young. In addition to that, what I found in my building is that when the teachers do it at the same time every day. When I was a coach, I'd go around to teachers and they said, Ms. Wilson, there's just not enough time. When I got back in the classroom, I knew what they were talking about. But I was most successful when I did it at the same time every day, even to the point where now my children say, Ms. Wilson, we haven't done PASS yet. And as far as administrators, my administrator is strong in that she uses PASS in her staff meetings. She points it out when she sees kids in the hallway. She makes public announcements. But I think the sustainability comes within the staff, the principal, and the children.
It's not just lessons in the classroom, right? The lessons in the classroom are the start of the process. But we know that the principal's behavior is the single very best predictor of how well this goes. And we actually have data on this. We've done studies in other school districts in the nation where we show that principal's leadership is the primary factor in how well PASS is implemented in the classroom. But we also show not only how well it's implemented in the classroom, but how it changes children's attention. And when it changes children's attention, it reduces disruption and negative behaviors and leads to more engagement and learning. And it's not just the teacher that does this. We've been able to show that the principal's leadership translates the whole way down to the way children attend in the classroom. Isn't that amazing? And I don't know how many of you actually know the data from the AIR study, but basically there's a new report AIR put out. It's called Avoid Simple Solutions, because there are none, right? There are no simple solutions to the problem of how we build a caring community in Cleveland. It's a long-term process. It's for long-distance runners. Am I right? It's not going to happen in the short run, right? But already it's shown that when they looked at schools that were high implementing schools, that they had a 35% reduction in disciplinary incidents. And this was last year's data, not this year's data. That showed that in high implementing schools, there were lower rates of bullying. Right? They showed in high implementing schools that there was higher attention by children in the classroom. And what's the key? The key is attention. When kids are attending and they're engaged, they're learning, there's less disruption, and schools are going well. Attention is the key factor we want to really develop in kids. Why are we teaching them turtle? Not just to calm down when they're upset, but to help them learn to use these cognitive skills to direct their attention. And lastly, when PASS is implemented in those high quality schools, there was also an improvement in teacher morale. So we know that when we do this is not in Durham or Nashville or Belfast or Manchester, England. It's in Cleveland's own data. And the schools are implementing well. Less disruption, more attention, better teacher morale. So our goal is to help all of you build your schools.
We're going to start with our Pat's Kid of the day, and today it happens to be Deshawn, okay? So we're going to try to share some compliments with Deshawn today, and I'd like to start us off. So Deshawn, the first compliment I'd like to share with you that I have for you is that I love how you are so interested in math, and you raise your hand, you participate, and that makes me more excited about even teaching math when I see someone do that. So that's the compliment I have for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
He's funny.
Okay, give me an example when he was funny. That made you laugh,
Like
maybe?
when he's making jokes.
Okay, so he likes to tell jokes. Okay, makes you feel good, right? Makes you laugh. Okay, good.
He cares about his education.
That's a good one. What do you say, Deshawn?
Thank you.
Deshawn, can you give us a compliment about yourself?
Hopeful.
Okay, you're very good. Okay, and then at the end, we'll hang this up on our Pat's Kid chart in the back of the class, and then make sure you, at the end of the day, you get to take it home, okay? Start with our Pat's Kid of the day. Today happens to be Deshawn, okay? So we're going to try to share some compliments with Deshawn today. And I'd like to start us off. So Deshawn, the first compliment I'd like to share with you that I have for you is that I love how you are so interested in math, and you raise your hand, you participate, and that makes me more excited about even teaching math when I see someone do that. So that's the compliment I have for you. You're welcome. Okay, give me an example when he was funny. That made you laugh, maybe? Okay, so he likes to tell jokes. Okay, makes you feel good, right? Makes you laugh. Okay, good.
He cares about his education.
You say, Deshawn. Deshawn, can you give us a compliment about yourself? Okay, you're very good. Okay, and then at the end, we'll hang this up on our Pat's Kid chart in the back of the class, and then make sure you, at the end of the day, you get to take it home, okay?
Okay, but before we even start the activity, he cares about his education. I was sitting in that classroom, I about fell over. I mean, a third grader, is that astounding to you all? Okay, so now we're gonna start our activity. We're gonna give you about 3 to 4 minutes. Anybody have any questions about what we're doing? One of you is filling out this green sheet for us to take back with us and compile for you. Ready? Go.
One of the things that we would tell our teachers to watch for is how the teacher asks and requires the students to expand on their compliments.
We noticed that the teacher reminded the student up front to thank the other students for their compliments.
Excellent.
We would ask teachers to look for similarities and differences in their classrooms compared to what they saw on the video.
That's a good one.
Teachers should pay attention to how the teacher's attitude, how positive she was when she was presenting the information to the students.
Boys and girls, you know, we've been talking about the turtle, we've been practicing doing turtle, and you guys have gotten so good at it that the officer wanted to come in and learn how to do it also. Do you think that the security officer has to use that in his job? That he has to sometimes stop? Do you think he ever has a problem? I agree, Ian. He does. Sometimes he has problems at work, too. And Mrs. Loftus tells you about what I do when I am having a problem. So we thought we could, you know, who better than to teach him how to do turtle than you boys and girls? Do you think you could help us out and teach him how to do turtle? All right, Jadif? So why don't you get yourself back together again there? Thank you. And you want to come up and show them, or do you want to do it from there? You want to? You want to do it again? All right. Darnell, you're ready to help too? Awesome. Well, Deja, you had a turn before, so I do want to give somebody else a turn too. Okay. So Darnell, you'd like to give it a try. Jada, if you'd like to give it a try. All right. Come on up and explain to the officer, what do we do first? When you're having a problem, what do you do first?
Stop.
We stop.
Take a deep breath.
And then what's the last part?
The problem
Very important.
and your feelings.
Okay.
Now show them how to do it too.
Yes, well, show me so I can get it.
Stop.
Stop.
Take a deep breath.
Take a deep breath.
And then,
Talk about
okay. All right. Now maybe we can try it out with the officer. We'll let him have a chance to do it, okay? All right.
Put it down.
Yes, please do.
You ready? So, first thing, tell me every step and I'll do it.
stop.
Stop. Take a deep breath.
And talk about the problem and the feelings and your feelings.
Okay. I like this. This is nice.
This wasn't pre-planned. We were videotaping a teacher, and Greg Williams comes walking down the hall, and I said, "Come in here, I need you for something." Never did he know he was going to be on this video until he comes in and he learns to do turtles. But here's the point I'm trying to make. Those children were able to get up and teach him that because they didn't know I was going to ask them to do that either. That's what's impressive to me. So, in the back, if you could stand up and tell your comment. I know you probably never speak to me again, but that's okay.
Okay, what we decided as a team that it shows ownership of the child being able to teach the whole community of the school how to handle a situation, so then he can teach everyone else in his community of the school.
How are you going to use the SEL strand? What evidence were in the video as well?
What does it mean to the community as a whole, as far as the students displaying what they display? We noticed that the students, it was apparent that it was a routine in the classroom, that they weren't just putting on the front, that they weren't acting as their peers and they were.
We recognize people during morning meeting twice a week, and so we have had teachers, we have had support staff, but they all get recognized, and we give the compliment first, and then we have students give that person past compliment. So everybody on the total school team is eligible to be the past person, and we don't tell them in advance that they're going to be the past person today.
This year I implemented Past Teacher of the Week. I put it in my weekly bulletin. It's announced via the PA system. And then I blew up the compliment sheet that the kids use and put it in the hallway. So colleagues and teachers throughout the day can just wipe up and walk through, probably give the staff member a compliment. And it's people that you normally don't interact with. The other thing I did is I created a little certificate for my teachers, and I put it in their mailboxes with a treat.
First of all, what's up with you? Why are you here?
Because I'm not listening to the teacher.
So, if you look at these cards, I want you to find the card that tells me how it made you feel when you got sent out, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So flip through and you tell me how it made you feel. What word is that?
Frustrated.
Frustrated. You feel frustrated because what?
I feel frustrated because I had to leave out the classroom and go to the office.
Okay, frustrated. And so when she told you to leave the classroom, did you act out in anger, kinda?
Yes.
Yeah. So now we talked about 3 steps before. Let's go over to the poster.
Stop and calm down. Slow down and think and go try my plan.
Stop and calm down. Slow down, think, then go try the plan. So we're gonna work out a plan real quick, okay?
Mm-hmm.
This This is the problem page. And these say color. You like the color, don't you? Okay. So if it says color it red, what is it telling you to do? What does red say?
Stop and think.
Stop and think. Stop and calm down. Can you think you could have done that?
Yes.
And let's stop right there. Tell me what the problem is. You write it for me. Okay. So how strong is your feelings? This is where I'm not really upset about it. Kind of upset about it. I'm really upset about it. Mark it on here. Not so upset, kind of upset, really upset. Just put a mark there anywhere you want to. Okay, kind of upset about it? All right, but it's something we could work through, right? So now what can you do right now to calm down from how you were feeling? What did you say?
Take deep breaths.
Take deep breaths. What's something else? We talked about other things before.
Stop and think.
Stop and think. Now, you know what I'm appreciating about this? I'm appreciating it that you're writing your own answers. I'm not writing them for you, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. When this happens again, what are 2 things you can do that won't get you in trouble?
2 things.
2 things. What else can you do?
Start walking out the classroom all the time and doing bad things.
So Chauncey, you just had to slow down from where we were speeding through. You had to slow down and think about some things you can do. So wait. So now, you stop, calm down. You had your chance to tell me about what your problem is. Did I listen? Did I listen?
Yes.
Okay. And you also slowed down, thought about things you could do to do better. So now go. You have a plan now. When this happens again, this is what I agree to do. I agree to, now we're going to agree to listen. How about that? Guess who's going to come find out if you've been listening better? My name is Michael Jester. I'm the Planning Center Instructional Assistant at Patrick Henry School in Cleveland, Ohio, with Cleveland Metropolitan School District. I chose to take this job because I like the fact that I can impact how children learn and how they behave while learning in a more one-on-one kind of setting. That's why I've chosen this job. It's effective because, one, the students see it first. So they know what traffic signals mean, and they automatically, the visual tells them. But we've discussed it on several occasions, and we continue to discuss what each symbol means, what each color means, and the students take a break. They might not be ready to do that right when they enter, but when they are ready, we do discuss that I need to stop, calm down, slow down, think about it, and then make my plan and enact the plan, as Paz has taught us. Well, there are several techniques we use. Turtle is one for our smaller children, but personally, I give children space. We have a chilling out area behind me, and the kids can go just chill out, take magazines, books, chill out for a second. And the honor system says that when they're ready to work, when they're ready to discuss, they will discuss. Even if they're not ready to communicate, they can come get their problem-solving sheet right off my desk and do it at their leisure, and then we'll discuss it when they're ready to discuss it. I'm not really sure why it's effective. I think because I'm a creative person, I think that the creativity part of us has to come out anyway. That's one. But I also think it's effective because it reminds us of where we came from. Children always coloring was always a big activity, and it doesn't really leave us. It's calming. I'm allowed to relieve some stress when I'm taking that crayon and coloring in my circle. So, ripple effects is new to us. I see that ripple effects is effective. I see that the problem-solving worksheet is effective. Joined together, ripple effects gave us communication skills for our older children, especially communication skills to fill out the problem-solving sheet, to make a plan. The problem-solving sheet makes a plan for us. Ripple effects help us identify, but the problem-solving sheet helps us to make a plan, helps our children make a plan and enact the plan in agreement per se, and they follow through with it. There have been times that we slipped on sending the problem-solving sheet home, but we make communication. I have a phone call with the student and parent. Every student that comes in the planning center, we have a phone call home. Good phone call and bad phone call. We talk about what the problem is, but by the end of the day, we also call and talk about what our agreement is so the parent can join in with us, and that's based on the problem-solving worksheet. I would definitely suggest that our whole department uses the sheet and sends it home, because it's one thing for me to say it to a student and for the student to say it back to me. When they write it themselves, it leaves a more lasting impact, and the parent can join in. They can see that the student contracted with us, per se, to agree to change behavior, to start a change in behavior. Programs such as PATHS and the whole social emotional learning concept, I don't believe that education can go any further if we don't address things from a social emotional learning kind of perspective. So I'm very appreciative of PATHS in our school building and in our district. Here's my wish. My wish is that they take the same concepts as I have for myself, take the same concept of I have to think red light, I need to stop. In my own interactions with my colleagues, stop and calm down before I fly off the handle. Then I need to slow down and think about a better way to do it. Then I need to enact my plan after I thought through that. If we just take that simple, to me the simple things are the best. If we take that simple concept, it will go with our students for life.
So here's what I think is really important in the interview after this, which I'm sorry, we do have to go on to other people.
Oh, no.
But he also calls the parent, because this almost becomes like a little contract. So the teacher knows, the parent knows, Michael knows, make a copy, give it to the principal. What happens when all those lines of communication are working together? Think about it. So, great. Let's talk for about 2 or 3 minutes. Come up with some, what would you want teachers to look at?
You want the honest answer or the right? The honest answer, to take time to listen to your kids. I mean, this thing is so old that kids don't care what you know until they know that you care. I have found that to be definitely true since instituting the past program.
Great to have volunteers on this, isn't it?
All right, so at our table, we talked about body language and how Michael sat down next to the child, how, you know, that close proximity, not talking over him or standing over him, but just being next to him and just leaving him.
So what Michael did is he was really calm, right? And he let all that drain out of the child, because you cannot learn when you are upset, right? What is the control signals process? What is the turtle about? In order to get attention and be able to use your cognitive abilities, you've got to get that emotional arousal down, right? That's what the deep breathing is about. And what he did is he dealt very slowly with that boy so that he didn't make him feel more humiliation and shame, right? He really got him focused. He really was attentive. He was writing down the solutions. He was looking at Michael. He was listening to him. Rather than turning his head away, feeling all that humiliation and shame and anger, maybe even justified anger, we don't know, right? And that's critical, because to help kids learn, they've got to feel calm and accepted. And when they feel angry or jealous or humiliated, they are going to avoid anything we do to help them, right? Can you remember it yourself? Can you remember when you felt that way? There's a lot of things we do in PATHS. One of the most important things is to do 2 things that are actually in the curriculum. One is to make sure the teachers are sending home the home activities. Are you familiar with the home activities? An example home activity would be, might be in 2nd grade, where a child goes home to a caregiver, anyone in their neighborhood, even if someone at school, if the parent isn't available, where the parent talks about how they learned to calm down when they were in 2nd grade, how they calm down when they're upset. Or second one might be to talk about pride, where the child goes home and either they draw a picture, depending upon their age, where they read a story from their parents, where their parents talk about when they felt proud in third grade. These are engaging activities that are fun, that draw parents into the ideas. Second thing is you have handouts. Teachers have handouts to send to parents. And we are very concerned that they go home and home. Because each of those parent sheets, if you looked at them, tells you simply, what are we teaching right now? Why is it important? And they flip it over, what you can do at home. So if we're doing the PAS Kit for the day, it tells them what the PAS Kit for the day is, and it tells them 3 things they can do at home. They can do compliments at dinner. They can add a compliment to the child's list that they bring home. So we give them very practical, very simple ideas that parents, when they get this material,